You're tracking every gram. You're maintaining a perfect calorie deficit day after day. But when you step onto the bathroom scale, the number is exactly where it was a week ago. Even stranger, your midsection actually looks softer. The area you're trying to lean out feels doughy and squishier than it did before you started the diet. It is tempting to assume your metabolism has fundamentally broken, or that you've reached a point where the laws of energy balance no longer apply to you. But your body is working exactly as intended. Your ancient brain interprets a sustained calorie deficit as a threat of starvation, triggering a specific biological survival protocol. This plateau is the successful activation of a tiered defense system. It is a biological strategy designed to stall your progress and protect your energy stores until you give up and return to eating. The first line of defense is a systemic reduction of your energy output.
Your brain begins looking for ways to save calories without you ever noticing. It targets your NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis. This covers every movement that isn't formal exercise, from pacing while you talk to simple fidgeting. When calories are scarce, your brain suppresses these micro-movements. You might stop tapping your foot or standing as often as you used to. This invisible behavioral shift can easily reclaim 300 calories per day. It neutralizes your deficit by lowering your activity to match your lower intake, effectively stalling your weight loss while your diet remains unchanged. Beyond restricting energy output, the body also manipulates energy input through a concept called caloric availability. This chart shows how your body extracts energy differently based on the food state. A raw stick of celery might only yield 6 calories because your body can't break down the fiber. But if you cook that exact stick, your body can suddenly extract 31 calories. Furthermore, if your weight loss includes muscle tissue, your baseline calorie burn drops. As muscle mass decreases, it pulls down the second line on this graph, your basal metabolic rate. This loss of metabolically active tissue triggers collateral fattening. Your brain sends aggressive hunger signals, specifically intended to force you to regain that lost muscle, often leading to a rebound in fat mass. Rigid calorie counting is often inaccurate because your body is constantly shifting the amount of energy it extracts from your food and the baseline energy it burns to keep you alive. If you manage to bypass the behavioral and hormonal traps, your body is forced to oxidize its stored fat for energy. When fat is burned, it doesn't just disappear, it is predominantly exhaled from your lungs as carbon dioxide. However, even as the fat molecules leave the cell membrane, the fat cell itself often refuses to shrink. Instead, the cell maintains its volume by absorbing surrounding water. It acts as a structural placeholder, keeping the cell's size unchanged in anticipation of future fat storage. This cellular water retention is why your midsection looks squishy despite your progress. The scale freezes because you are replacing the weight of lost fat with the weight of stored water. To beat the protocol, you have to stop relying on the daily bathroom scale. It is a lagging indicator that is constantly skewed by these shifts in fluid. Use 14-day rolling averages instead. This longer timeline smooths out the biological noise and shows the actual downward trend of your fat mass. To silence the brain's starvation alarms, prioritize high-volume, low-calorie foods like watermelon or leafy greens. These foods are mostly water. Their physical volume stretches the receptors in your stomach wall, sending a mechanical signal of fullness to the brain that can help deactivate the defense response. If you remain consistent, the brain eventually accepts that the fat is not returning. It releases the cellular tension and initiates a period of diuresis, where the body finally releases the retained water. This sudden flush is known as the whoosh effect. The number on the scale finally drops, revealing the lean, true fat loss you earned weeks earlier.